Pittsburgh.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Eason to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Colts.
First and 10, Taylor now. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. And even 60 yards.
First and goal, Indianapolis.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3.
I think it's the strong safeties that are better to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this safety coming up and making the big-time play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's McFarland. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11th. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. There, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing is Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by Xavier Howard. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
On the ground is Michel. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 22. On the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision?